Hi guys, I'm Miss Emma Walsh. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a bit nervous today. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, oh, I'll just do a YouTube video where I like answer questions and talk to you, and then I was like, God, I've actually never done that before. I've not ever like addressed you properly, got personal, spoken about my life. So yeah, I decided to do it this week. Okay, so I'm gonna start on a positive note because I do like to keep my channel quite bright and positive, on like a happy note. And people forget that I only show you about 2 to 5% of my life. Of course, I'm only going to show you happy, positive, fun, amazing things, because nobody wants to see somebody crying on her bed, rocking herself to sleep. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, maybe sometimes, but still, nobody wants to see that kind of stuff. So obviously I'm going to show you the amazing parts of my life, and that goes for social media in general, guys. Don't get wrapped up in people's lives. I do it myself. I'm totally guilty, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing, she's got that, he's got that, they're doing this, he's got this job, and like, it's just so unhealthy, might be the word. So yeah, I do like to keep my channel positive, and I wanted to thank every single one of you watching right now. Thank you very much for tuning in constantly when I do my videos and supporting me and writing great comments. Of course, there is the negative side to social media, which I've experienced quite a hefty deal lately, which is not being great. People forget that there's a person, hello, on the other side of the computer screen, and this new social media trolling is just it's a little bit out of control. I think people are so quick to just write a message and say something nasty, but like, you probably wouldn't say that to someone's face. I have someone who's been messaging me like really horrible things, can't seem to like string a nice sentence together, just like barks at me, and I'm like, when I see that person in face to face, they're not like that. It's like they're not brave enough to say it to my face, but they'll do it behind the screen. So it's kind of the same thing with trolling. We provide this content for you guys for free. Like, people don't realize that I actually don't get paid much for YouTube. Like, it's only been in the last 6 months that I've started earning money from it, but only through brands and through my hard work of constantly networking, constantly being at events, selling myself as a YouTuber to brands. So yeah, it's been a long struggle for me. Things are obviously looking up and positive, but people don't see the hard work going behind the scenes that I do behind the scenes. You know, I've got people on Instagram saying, oh, you don't work, like, what do? You don't work. I'm like, yeah, but you see that part of my life on Instagram. You don't see everything I do. I have like 3 other jobs, and I have to constantly look for work all the time to pay my bills. I'm human as well. I have to pay bills. I don't live for free. I need to eat. I am my own business. I do everything. If you didn't know, I do everything. I had to learn how to edit. I had to learn, you know, I'm still learning about all the different cars. I'll talk about my previous career in a minute, but I'm learning how to, you know, talk in front of a camera like this. I mean, I've been used to TV stuff, but vlogging is different. Like, the first time I vlogged, I was like, I don't know what to say now. Like, doing that in front of like loads of people at an event is terrifying. I am doing it by myself. I don't have somebody to bounce off like, oh, is this a good idea? Should we film this? I am constantly doing most things by myself. So yeah, guys, I edit, I have to network, I make phone calls, I do emails, I'm invoicing, I'm dealing with contracts, I'm looking for the next job while I'm on the job. I don't have friends around me to like make me feel secure. I'm traveling alone all the time. Yeah, people don't realize there's a lot of time by yourself. You know, walking into a room of 20 guys, I'm always mainly the only girl in these jobs. You know, walking into a room with like loads of guys is also quite terrifying sometimes. So yeah, YouTube isn't all sparkles and glitter, people. And I just wanted to make you aware, because I'm just tired of people looking at my Instagram or my YouTube and thinking, oh, she's got this great life. And don't get me wrong, I do, like, I enjoy what I do, but I have had to work really hard to get where I am, and literally push through all the to get there, like swim through it. I'm just like, okay, cool, thanks, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going. And yeah, it's kind of paying off now, which is cool. And you guys have been great, but like, for the people that are trolling me, not so great. And you know, it's even some people in my industry who are just not very nice people and talk behind my back and say horrible things. So yeah, anyway, rant over. Right, my career. I'm going to tell you about my career. No one knows what I used to do. They just think I've appeared out of nowhere. I'm this car person who knows everything about everything. I don't. My interest came for cars when I was a baby child. My dad, I basically was the only person in my family that would watch the Formula One with my dad. So I grew to love Formula One, and we had this go-kart track down the road from my house. Now, I'm from a small town in Cape Town called Somerset West, and there was nothing when I was a kid. There wasn't much, but there was this like Gant Centre that had this really cool go-karting track, and I used to love going down in the weekends. I was like, I'm gonna be a driver. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I also did ballet. I started ballet at 3 years old. My family were a very famous pop group called the Doolies. So they were singers and a pop group that traveled the world. And so I wanted to be a singer as well, of course, follow in my family's footsteps. And yeah, I had this like love for racing. I loved it, but I also loved dancing. So I started ballet at 3. I did modern, hip hop, anything you can imagine I trained in as a dancer, as well as singing and acting along the way. So I was in all these musicals and shows and dance shows, and that kind of led to doing a lot of corporate work. I was backup dancers for like quite some big acts. That kind of let me travel the world. I went to Singapore on a contract. I came back, I started my own events company, hiring out dancers and singers, and my first big job was for Richard Branson, and I organized his entire event for Virgin. So that was my first big events job. So I did that. I had a concierge company for a little while, and then yeah, I went on the cruise ships for a while, for like 2 years on 2 cruise contracts, singing and dancing, traveling the world. And then I came back, and then I got into Grease, the musical with the West End, for the world tour, which was incredible. So I toured with them for a year, and that kind of led me to London, because I came here to audition for the main show on the West End, and ended up staying here. So I kind of tried to continue my dancing singing career in the UK, and eventually just kind of had enough, really. It's such a difficult industry. I'm a lot older now. I'm not saying my age. I'm a lot older now, and it's a difficult industry. I am South African with a British passport, and I found that they just wanted, you know, people who had studied here, gone to drama school. So I was just kind of hitting a wall everywhere I went. I carried on singing. I went into fitness actually, so that came from the dancing. When I kind of quit that, I still carried on singing. I was in a girl group for a while, and then I went to LA to pursue the acting career. Got a management, came back here, tried to get my visa, then something else came up. So yeah, I have been in and out of that industry for a long time. Then I went on to a reality TV show called Made in Chelsea, which was not part of my plan, but I was friends with 2 of the people at the time, and we went away and they phoned me. And at the time I'd been doing all these track days, because I was so obsessed that in the UK you could do all these track days and you could drive Ferraris, and I thought it was so cool. So I put that up on my Instagram when Instagram was like nothing, and the show looked at my Instagram and they were like, it's so cool, you can race, like, do you want to come on the show and show some of your stuff? And I was like, oh god, I'm not sure about this. But my management at the time was like, you should totally do it and kind of see what you can build from that. I went on the show. It was awful because someone just basically lied about everything that happened. So I just spent the whole season defending myself, and yeah, so that wasn't great. I know I did some stunt stuff on there, and I did a driving scene, which was really cool. But not much came from that, to be honest. My following didn't come from Made in Chelsea. Everyone thinks it did. I didn't even have 10,000 followers when I left the show. So I built it up from there, really. And YouTube came about by hating the way they edited me on the show. So I was like, I want to edit myself, And actually I have to thank Shmi150 actually. Tim kind of spoke me into starting my channel. I got asked to do my racing license through this women's company of driving, and Shmi did it with me on the same day, and so did Tim and Seb did it with me on the same day. And Tim was like, you should totally film this, like this could be part of, you know, you editing yourself. And I was like, yeah, this is amazing, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And then like I recorded the video, and then I was like, who's going to edit my video? And I had to learn how to edit my video. But actually I think Archie edited my first video. Yeah, we started YouTube together. The Archie story. We started YouTube at the same time actually, although he apparently has a different story. But I actually did help him start his channel and introduced him to all the guys, but apparently that isn't how it went according to him. Anyway, that is the truth. And yeah, we started our channels together, then we broke up, and I kind of stopped my channel for a while. I was busy doing some other stuff. I think, I can't remember, I was traveling quite a bit for other work, so I kind of stopped and then started, then stopped, then started. And now, yeah, now I'm doing it full time, people, and here you are with me doing it full time. Anyway, okay. That's me, really. I mean, there's a lot more to the story, of course. That rain is heavy. Right, so I am going to answer some of your questions that you sent in very kindly. Okay, interesting. See all. Right. Okay, so what is my favorite vacation destination? Beach, Caribbean maybe. Cape Town, no jokes. My favorite car. I always say that I don't want to say my favorite car unless I've driven it, and at the moment it would probably be the 570S Spider that I drove in Cape Town, because that was amazing. How to become a Le Mans racer? I don't know. Why don't you ask Archie? What is your next? When am I next in SA? Guys, I'll be there at the end of August. I'm there with BMW in Johannesburg for some big car show, I think, that they have at Kailami in the 30th, I think, of August. 30th of August, I'll be in Johannesburg, and then on Monday, the Manamana, whatever that date is after that, I'll be in Cape Town for 4 days. How is your personal training course progressing? That's a good question. It's not doing very well because I've been so busy, but I am going to be finishing it very soon. Why don't I like gluten? I love gluten. I just can't eat it. I'm allergic. How did you get into testing cars around the world? I think that because I started my first YouTube channel, probably with Tim and Seb, about cars, it kind of led into cars because there's not that many girls that do it. I only know like a handful. What is the best and worst purchases you've ever made? Oh, I don't know. Best and worst. Probably the best one was my Mac, so I could edit my videos. That's so lame. Oh my god, that is so lame. When's your next song dropping? I'm actually talking about putting vocals onto a dance track soon, so I'll let you know. Do I miss dancing? I miss dancing I miss performing a lot. Hopefully I can get back into the singing side of it, but yeah, I do actually miss performing a lot. I miss like rehearsing and like being in a team, and yeah, I do miss it. I miss that quite a lot. Am I single? I am actually single. See, people don't know what goes on in my life. I've actually just had a really awful breakup a few months ago, so that was shocking. In between all the trolling, so good times have been had. What new content have you got coming up? Something exciting is happening next week. I was at Rant last week. I actually spoke about it a year ago, and it took that long to actually happen. So if you've watched my videos for that long, you might know what it is, but I will release a video next week. Favorite sweet snack? I'm such a loser. Like, I don't actually like sweets. Is that weird? Like, probably dark chocolate. What an idiot. Would you like to go for lunch at the Ivy next week? I'd love to, thank you. I'd love to, that would be great. How do you get motivated to go to the gym? You try putting on a bikini and fitness clothes for a shoot. That will motivate you to go to the gym. Best car, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Do you know what? I've actually not even driven a Lamborghini before. How bad is that? I'm gonna rectify that soon. Rosé or cocktails? Just a silly question. Rosé all day, obviously. What car gets you smiling? Doesn't have to be a supercar. My Mini. Literally, like, every time I get into my Mini, I'm smiling. I just love it. I think maybe also I just like having my own car, driving around. What happened to your music video? The music industry is hard, chaps. It's very hard. We didn't have enough money, I guess, to, I don't know, it didn't work. But if you haven't seen it, it's on my channel. It was fun. I shot it in Cape Town. Should TGE be put in the sea? Sometimes. I love him really though, as a friend. Oh, that whole TGE and Arch thing. We can speak about that later. When am I getting the 600 LT? Well, I may or may not be getting my hands on the McLaren 600 LT very soon. Where is your happy place? Oh, in the sea. Like in the sea, just like lying there in the sea, in the sun, happy. Do I like living in London? Sometimes. I travel a lot, so I don't mind coming back to London, and for work it's good, but the weather definitely, I mean, we've had a great summer so far, but the weather definitely for me is a real downer coming from Cape Town. Who inspired you to start a YouTube channel? I'll probably say Tim, Shmee150. That's a lot of questions for today. Thank you all so much for sending your questions through. I think I'm gonna leave it there today. I might be doing this, I might do this maybe like a monthly thing every few weeks. If you want, I mean, let me know down in the comments below what kind of content you want to see. Thank you once again for all your support, and I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe, because about 80% of my viewers haven't actually subscribed to my channel, so please do subscribe and let me know what you think, and I'll see you all really, really soon. Bye.